What's up, y'all? We're out here for Fort Gibson Lake Tournament, Oklahoma Kayak Anglers. Last regular season event of the year. So we're out here, it's about 5 o'clock over here getting to my spot. We got about, it's 5:30. 6 o'clock is lines in, so I'm gonna be waiting a while. So did some pre-fishing the last couple days and got on a pretty good topwater bite early in the morning. The problem is that the bite's a little bit finicky. I'm throwing a whopper popper and the fish are swirling on it, hitting it and missing it. And about 1 in 4 fish I'll catch. So not ideal, but I am getting a lot of bites with it. And I haven't followed them up yet. Like I haven't followed them up with like a wacky rig or a fluke or anything like that. So I feel pretty confident that if I can get those fish to swirl again, follow them up with like a fluke, I feel like I can probably get them to bite. And the other problem is that is the only bite I got on. I fished for 2 days and never caught a fish past like 7:30. The good news is yesterday I caught 4 fish before 7:30 and I left those fish alone. After I caught the 4th one, I was like, okay, I know I can get bit doing this. I'm not going to beat up the bank anymore. I'm going to go try to find something else. Spoiler alert, didn't find anything else. So all my eggs are in the topwater basket. So hopefully we can make that work, guys. Y'all stick around. We'll see you at 6:30. We'll see you at 6. 5:59, the longest minute in fishing history. All right, y'all, 6 o'clock. Let's go. Got one. All right, stay on there. Thanks, bud. 13 fish. Yes. Oh no! Dang it! Oh no, guys, that was a big one. God. He broke me off, lost my only whopper partner. Oh no. So bad. So bad. Alright, y'all, let's talk about these mistakes I made on this fish. So, this last year, obviously a lot of you guys know this is the first year that I've fished competitively and bass fish really at all. So, I started throwing a whopper popper this summer and I found it to be a really effective bait to catch fish, especially early in the mornings. But I got in a bad habit when I started throwing that whopper popper. I started throwing it on my crankbait rods, which on my crankbait rods, I throw a medium action bait caster with 12-pound monofilament on it. Sometimes I throw 10-pound, but this rod had 12-pound. I throw that lighter line on my crankbait setups to get the crankbaits down deeper in the water. Well, I got in a really bad habit throwing a whopper popper on that same setup. And as you can see, that 12-pound line, it just couldn't handle it. And so the first mistake was throwing that light line. I should have probably had. I'm gonna respool all my reels that I'm throwing a whopper popper on 15 or 17-pound, probably mono. But the second mistake, you could see when I got that fish, I winched him up to the boat really fast. It didn't let him fight. I didn't have my drag set at all. I had my drag cranked down. He couldn't run at all. So I cranked the fish to the boat, and when he saw the boat, he went bananas, and it was a really big fish. He shot right underneath the boat, and there was nothing I could do. My line was too little. My drag wasn't set, so he couldn't pull drag. And whenever he went under, Probably that line hit a nick, like where my bottom of my kayak's rough. Probably that line hit and broke it. But those are mistakes, man. I should have had that drag loosened up. Should have been throwing a little bit heavier line. And really, everybody talks about fight the fish out there, not next to the boat, and that's what I should have done. I should have had my drag set, let him play himself, let him tire himself out away from the boat, instead of winching him in as fast as I could. It was a big fish. I saw him blow up. Freaking mouth was, it was a big fish. And I'm hurt about this. But anyway, that doesn't matter. The point is, I should have let the drag play. I should have let him fight out there, wear himself out, get him to the boat, put him in the net. Bam. Got a fish. But guys, hopefully you guys can learn from this mistake. I know, me personally, getting hit in the nuts like this, I'm not going to forget this, and I'm not going to make these mistakes again. So after losing that fish, I tied on another prop style bait I had. I didn't have any more whopper ploppers, which is the only thing I caught fish on in practice. That was another mistake I made. I went to the Walmart there in town, close to this lake, and couldn't find any more whopper ploppers, but I tied on a Weston twin turbos. It wasn't running right, it was spinning. And then on this cast, you can see I hit a rod and broke my next prop style bait. I tried to use a Guggen revolver, threw it up on the bank, and this point right here was my best spot in practice, and it was where I missed that big fish just a second ago. So I had to go up onto the bank to get my bait that I threw up there. Guys, at this point I'm getting really frustrated. I had to blow through my best spot to get my last bait. It was just a lot of mistakes made, a lot of frustration, and I was trying really hard at this point not to spin out. So I gathered myself up and I was working the Guggen revolver, and on this cast got blown up on. Of course the fish missed it, and I followed it up with a fluke.
Give me another shot. Eleven and a half. I don't think he'll measure.
So I'd moved on away from this point for a little while and let it rest, and then I worked my way back to it, casted a fluke up onto the point. This is what happened.
On the fluke, baby, let's go. Finally got one. 14, guys, 14.
Here I am where I worked back down that same bank that I worked earlier and caught my first fish at, and I skipped that fluke up to a little pipe in the water, and here's what happened.
13 and a quarter. Not much, but it's number 4. Let's get one more. Dang it. Had one. He spit my hook. That was number 5. Dang it. It's alright. I think we're on the right track. Just gotta keep plugging along. Two rocks.
So guys, we are back again for another mistake. So guys, I want you guys to notice the position of my net on this cast. So I keep the handle of the net to the right side of the boat for whenever I'm using my bait caster, which I reel with my right hand. But I've switched to a spinning rod, and the net is in the wrong position. Should have had that net ready, and got him to the boat, didn't have the net ready, and lost that fish. Guys, I can't tell you how frustrated I was after this day, because I'm getting the bites I needed, just couldn't land the fish.
Dang it, that was number 5 again. That was my 3rd number 5. Alright, we gotta catch him.
Alright guys, so that last clip was about 7:45 in the morning. That was the last bite I got all day. Guys, I fished all day long. I kind of stayed tight to this area because there was like 150 boats in a tournament this day, plus our like 50 plus kayaks. So the lake was super pressured. I decided that since there was fish in this area, I would stick to them, and they quit biting. I decided to just stick around, hope the bite window would open back up. But after that sun came up, there was just nothing to be found. I couldn't get any more bites. Looking back, I don't know if I would have done it different, just because there were so many boats and so much pressure that I was having some success in this area. I thought I could stay and get one more bite. Hung out there all day and couldn't get another bite, guys. But guys, those last couple fish, I was fishing a spinning rod and throwing a fluke, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I say, my first year tournament fishing. I want you guys' feedback. What do you guys think? How come I'm not landing these fish? Is it just bad luck? I mean, I was throwing some cheap hooks, throwing some Walmart brand hooks, and those are gone. I'm taking those out of the boat. We're throwing Gamakatsu only. Like, I don't know. I didn't have the net ready, but I feel like I should have still been able to get that fish. I feel like he should have been landed. Guys, I don't know. It was tough. That was the last fish. But on the positive side, ended up I took it home a 20th place, or a 19th or 20th place in this tournament. So definitely not what we hoped for. I think if I could have landed another fish, I would have been in the top 10 for sure. And just couldn't get it done, guys. It was super tough, and I couldn't execute. I got the bites probably to be in the top 5. But it doesn't matter. Everybody lost fish. Everybody loses fish. You hear that all the time. I'm not gonna sit here and gripe about that. All I'm gonna do is try to learn from my mistakes. Guys, but on a broader note, we qualified for the Oklahoma State Championship. So that was one of my biggest goals of the season, was to qualify for that state championship, to take the top 40 anglers from the Oklahoma Kayak Anglers. And I ended up in 12th place for Angler of the Year, which I'm super, super pumped about, super honored, and I feel really lucky. My first year ever fishing kayak tournaments, or tournaments at all. Ended up 12th place in Angler of the Year. I really wanted to do good in this tournament and secure a top 10 finish, but I just couldn't get it done. That was a big goal. That was another reason I was super disappointed about my performance out here today. But guys, that's fishing. All we're gonna do is learn. We're gonna come back hungrier for the state championship. State championship is the 24th and 25th of September, I believe. So y'all stay tuned for that, guys. We're hungry. We're gonna go try to win it. So y'all hit like, hit subscribe for me. We'll see you guys on the next one.